What's up guys, Lou here for Golf Avenue and we're back with another comparison test, but today we're doing things a little different. Instead of really just comparing the clubs one against another, we're ranking them in a tier list. And we have a special edition for you today. We're ranking the last 10 drivers to win the Masters. We're gonna start obviously with the GOAT at the top and we're gonna go all the way down to the club that I have no idea how this golfer managed to win with this club. But let's not waste any more time and jump right into the action. And before we get started, let's see what club we'll be using. And to do this, I'll be using a little randomizer that I have on my phone. I'll just hit the wheel and we'll see what club we're starting with. So let's do it and see what club we're starting. Looks like we'll be starting with the Paradym Triple Diamond. So let's get after it. Alright, so for the Paradym Triple Diamond, of course, it was used by Jon Rahm to win the 2023 Masters. It was the first Masters, obviously, for Rahm, and it was the first Masters for Callaway in a long time. The last time a Callaway driver won at the Masters was in 2016 with Danny Willett in the Callaway XR. By the way, make sure you keep an eye out. This one's coming down later in this test. But we kicked off our test with the Paradym Triple Diamond from Jon Rahm's bag. I have to say that we might have an early contestant for the club that I have no idea how Jon Rahm managed to win the Masters with that one. Definitely not the club for me. It just didn't feel right. Felt like I couldn't find my feel for the club head. Just couldn't find my feel for the ball at impact. Overall, not a club for me. So I think we're going to be looking at those last two tiers for that one. It's either going to be in the not for me tier. It's going to be in the I have no idea how Rambo managed to win with that club. But you know the drill. It's time to pull up the randomizer and see what our next club is. I think we might be looking at one of the first clubs that has a chance to earn the GOAT status. We're going to look at the TaylorMade M5. Oh, look out guys, we might have an early GOAT alert. Honestly, this club is still terrific. It launches the ball well. It's really great for feel once you've adjusted, like you have those double adjustment tracks at the bottom. I adjusted it to my liking. It felt great. It launched the ball very easily. Very easy to locate the club head throughout the swing. Very easy to feel the ball off the club face at impact. Honestly, I see why Tiger liked it so much and I see why he managed to win his 5th green jacket using this driver in the bag. So as I said, it's either going to end up in the GOAT status. I have so many other drivers to go through before I made that decision. So of course, it's either going to be in the GOAT tier or right under in the IN tier. But of course, now that we wrapped up with the M5, it's time to look at our next driver, use a randomizer, and we're going a little further back in time, just 1 year back. We're going with the Ping G400 LST. So here we have it, our Ping G400, not G400 LST, I made a mistake. It's the core G400 that Patrick Reed used to win the 2018 Masters. It was a surprise for everyone to see Patrick Reed win the Masters, but he used this amazing driver to do it. And this driver is still revered by many of our customers whenever we do our rankings of the best drivers ever. It's always in the top. It's always named. It's never ignored. It's a legendary club that everybody still loves to this day. There's really something special about those 2018, 2019 clubs. There's really something unique about them that people still love to this day. So yes, there's a very good chance that this club either ends up in the GOAT status or in the high-end tier. It's really amazing. It's a good club. I felt great with every single swing, and honestly, I would put it in my bag without even blinking. Would I be losing a bit of distance? Most likely not, but consistency, that might be the only department when you see a big difference with the more recent models on the market. So overall, very, very good club. It'll end up high on our list. But of course, next, we'll be looking at, use a randomizer, we are looking at the TaylorMade SIM from 2020. We're looking at our second TaylorMade driver of this list. It's the TaylorMade SIM that DJ used to win the 2020 Masters. You remember that special edition played in November. He was able to be very precise with the SIM, just place his balls whenever he wanted. With the very receptive course at Augusta, the balls were just landing hard in the fairway and he was able to attack the greens after that. But I think I know why DJ loved it so much. It's incredible. Honestly, I think we have our GOAT here. The club was great. Easy ball feel, terrific feel throughout the swing, amazing overall. And the best part, it's really consistent for a club that you wouldn't necessarily expect to be forgiving or anything like that. It's got the adjustable weight here that helps with trajectory, but it's not really built for forgiveness, yet it's incredibly consistent. It's still very long, even though it's actually 6 years old at this point. So very, very impressive stuff. Perhaps our GOAT here, but we're going to come back to this one. We're going to rank all of them at the end. We have a lot more TaylorMade drivers to go through, so let's see what we have next, using our randomizer, obviously. Oh, another TaylorMade driver. We're going forward in time, another 2 years, and we're going to look at the TaylorMade Stealth. Yep, that's right, another TaylorMade driver. You better get used to it because there's going to be a lot more. They were really successful over the last 10 years. They're actually on a streak of 2 consecutive master wins with the same model. So we'll see if the same model reappears again on the podium this year, or if we'll see a new TaylorMade driver, or perhaps a new brand emerge. That'd be really fun too. I love TaylorMade, but it's nice to see a nice variety. Coming back to this driver though, we have the first carbon face from TaylorMade. It's the TaylorMade Stealth that was released in 2022. It was the club that Scotty Scheffler used to win his first green jacket. Personally, it took me a good while to get used to this one. I couldn't really find my feel for it. You can tell that it was their first foray with the carbon club face because I have the Qi10 LS in the bag and that one feels amazing of the club face. The Stealth was really harder to find my comfort with, but after a while I did find my comfort and I was able to be pretty accurate with it. I would have liked my dispersion to be a little tighter. It would have been really a good selling point for me, but distance-wise, it's great. I really have nothing to complain about, and it was a really decent club. Honestly, I'd expect this one to finish in the middle of the pack when it comes to the tier list, but we have many more clubs to go through and look at before we make that decision. Of course, you know the drill by now. Let's look at our randomizer. We're going to be looking at another TaylorMade club. What a shocker. But we're going back in time, and we're going to be looking at the driver that helped Sergio win his green jacket in 2017. The M2 2017, beloved by so many and hated by few. Frankly, it's still a great club. Distance-wise, it's starting to show that it's just lacking a touch behind the more recent models, but in terms of dispersion, it's still very good. My only knock is that the club head really feels massive now. It's only a 460 club head, but it feels massive when you're sitting behind the golf ball. What I'll say is that the adjustment crown here, it's awesome. It's really great. It's a great tool to align yourself when you're off the tee. It's perfect. It's actually something that we had on the SIM as well that I really liked. So I was glad to see where the origin of that one is from. But overall, I'd say that the M2 maybe not rank as high as you guys might have it at home. Personally for me, it wasn't exactly right. I couldn't always find exactly my comfort with it. So expect that one to be down the middle of the road. It's not a bad club. Never would I say that about this beauty right here. But it's just not right for me, or it's not necessarily the club that would be my go-to if I was to pick one from this ranking here behind me. So let's pull out our randomizer to see what our next club is. See if we're gonna keep going TaylorMade clubs. Oh, we got something different. We're going with a Callaway club this time around. We're going with the XR from 2016. The oldest club on our list, the Callaway XR, that Danny Willett, of all people, used to win the 2016 Masters. That was a surprise win if I've ever heard of one. This club is surprisingly still pretty good. I really like the look of it when you're setting at address. It has this really dark club head that's really nice and flat color that when you're sitting over the ball. So it's really cool, nice looking club. Performance-wise, I think we have another candidate for the I don't know how he managed to win with that club category. This club just doesn't feel quite right. I think you can tell with 10 years of age at this point that the stability is lacking with this one, consistency is lacking. I would say that you're able to be accurate if you want to. I was able to work the ball both ways, so really nothing to complain about there. Distance department, we're lacking in there a bit as well. So overall, not a bad club, far from it. It's just, it's starting to really show its age and probably would not fit in the bag of most golfers if you're looking to really reach the higher end of performance. If you're only looking for a club that's decent for you and you're looking to buy a driver on a reasonable budget, terrific option, but maybe just not the one if you're looking to really launch those rockets up in the sky. But that wraps it up for the Callaway drivers in our list. Let's see what we have up next. Oh, it's the double champion. We're looking at the TaylorMade Qi10. So right from the jump, I had massive expectations for this club. Double master champion, Scotty in 2024, Rory in 2025. Really, I have a Qi10 LS in my bag. I love it. I wouldn't trade it for anything right now. To be honest, that Qi40 is a rocket launcher, but I love my Qi10 LS. I really, really have massive expectations for this club, and I have to say that I was highly and heavily disappointed I tried a few different shafts on it. I tried the shaft from the SIM because I loved it so much. I tried the shaft from the M5 because I liked it so much. Nothing could work for me with that club. I couldn't get the distance I wanted. I couldn't get the control I wanted. I couldn't get the feel I wanted. Nothing worked at all. I know how good of a club it is. I'm not a fool. We've sold so many. I've tested other ones in the past and they felt better. This one just, I couldn't find my comfort with it at all. And I have to say that it would most likely end up in a how did they win with that driver category, but it's a two-time Masters winner. It's such a beloved club by many golfers now. It's probably the first time that TaylorMade has managed to really put it all together with the carbon club face. It's a really great club. I just couldn't find my comfort with it. I couldn't find it right for me. So expect it to most likely end up in one of those two last categories, unfortunately. Following the disappointment from our Qi10, we only have one more driver to look at, and it's from 2019. It's the driver that helped Hideki win his green jacket. Hideki's win at the Masters in 2021 will be unforgettable. It's iconic. There's so many iconic moments and images from that win. This club won't be iconic. Nobody will remember it. Honestly, from my test with it, I can't understand how Hideki managed to win with that driver. Maybe it was all that lead tape that Hideki likes to slip under there to help with the weight control or the weight bias. But otherwise, I really didn't like this club. I'm a Srixon fan, don't get me wrong, I love Srixon. I used to game Srixon irons. I don't have a problem with their woods usually. But this one, I really didn't like at all. Couldn't find my comfort, couldn't find the distance. I couldn't control the ball at all. It was a wild experience to say the least. Again, expect this one to end up in the last two tiers, and if you want a spoiler, it might be just the worst driver that I tried today. So stick around to see the final rankings, but expect that one to be really near the bottom. But now I've tested all of our drivers and I've given you my opinions on each one of them, it's time to rank them in our tier list. We finally made it to the point where we're gonna build our final tier list. I think I gave you guys a bunch of hints already, but let's put it all together and build the final look. Of course, we're gonna go by order of which I hit the club where I tested them. First off, we have the Paradym Triple Diamond. I told you guys I didn't feel great about it. It really wasn't too much for me. I'll give it the benefit of the doubt that it was the first club I tested that day. I did warm up, but I guess it just wasn't for me really. So we'll put it in the tier of not for me. It's just not for me. Not bad, not good, not for me. Next up, we look at the M5. We went from a club that I would never touch at all to a club that I would put in my bag without even batting an eye to this day. Actually, I was so impressed with the M5 that I really considered putting it in the GOAT tier, but I think there's something else that will go there in my opinion. So we'll put it right under in the high-end tier. It's a great club. Don't hesitate to put some money on it if you're looking for a good driver that will help you with your performance on the course, especially if you've got the swing speed for it, if you're looking for something that will help you shape your balls off the tee. Next in line, we had the G400, and I have to say I was really pleasantly surprised by the G400. I didn't expect too much. I know the quality of Ping products, so I also wasn't expecting to be disappointed at all, but it really performed better than what I had in mind when I first grabbed it in my hands or when I was first looking at it. It's still a great club. It still launches ball far. It's very consistent for how old it is. So if you're hesitating about getting something a little cheaper but that will give you good performance, bet on that one. It's a great option. And with that being said, I think it's well earned its place in the high-end ranking tier. It's a perfect club for golfers on a budget that really want a reliable club. Following that up, we had the TaylorMade SIM, so we were really on a hot streak with our drivers. I said that I loved the SIM so much. I got why DJ was able to be so accurate and really plan those balls in the fairway at Augusta. And I have to say that for me, it's simply the GOAT. It's such a good club. The feel for the ball is amazing. I get that TaylorMade has made the move to carbon club face, and they really made some good products since, but I just miss the feel of their titanium club face with the twist face technology that the SIM had. It's amazing. The adjustable weight right under the club face made it so I could just push it far on the fade side and really keep it straight down the middle. It's a terrific club. It's a great club, and best part, it's really affordable. Just like the M5, you can get it for a good deal. Just like the G400, you can get it for a good deal. So that 2018 to 2020 like bracket of releases, it's really high-end stuff. And I have to say that for now, the SIM is our GOAT. It's an incredible club. It's It's a great club, and the best part, you can get it at a great price when you're shopping online. Next up, we looked at the Stealth, another TaylorMade driver. We're continuing our streak. It was Scotty's driver when he won his first jacket in 22. Dominant performance by Scotty, far from dominant performance by me. I went from the sturdy club face of the SIM to the really rebounding feel of the club face of the Stealth, so it was a weird transition. Took me a while to get used to the Stealth, but that doesn't knock the fact that it was still a decent driver that delivered good performance, so I can't really knock it much more than that. So that means that it's going to end up right down the middle. It's really still good stuff, it's just not for me. Following the Stealth was the beloved M2 2017 from Sergio Garcia's win in 2017, of course. I really like this driver from previous tests I've done with it. It's a good club, very forgiving, and as you can see from the dispersion zone, it's incredibly accurate. However, I'll say that it wasn't my favorite. I just didn't like the feel for the ball with it. I really didn't find my comfort at address because the club head is so massive. It's really what probably helps golfers with slower swing speed or golfers who struggle with confidence off the tee. It really helps them give more confidence. And as I said, the white border at the top, on the top of the club head, really helps with alignment. But overall, it just wasn't really perfect for me. I had some things here and there that really didn't feel right, but I can't deny the fact that it performs so well. So again, this one, same tier as the Stealth. It's in still good stuff. It really could be higher. I know it's higher in a lot of you guys' hearts, but personally for me, it's still good stuff. No problem at all with it. Next in line, we're going with our oldest model. It was the Callaway XR. Danny Willits driver for his win in 2016. What a shocking win and what a shocking driver, to be honest. Really not for me. It's really starting to show its age, like I said earlier. I think we have to rank it in the not for me category. It's definitely not the worst driver I tested today. Far from it. But it's just not something I like. I don't tend to really like Callaway drivers that much. I tend to really not find my feel with them. The XR was really no exception. It was decent product. Really, don't get me wrong. If you're on a budget, like much like the G400 or like the M5, if you're in a tight budget, terrific option. It's just that I didn't personally appreciate it that much, and that's why it ends up in the not for me tier. Second to last, we had the double Masters champion, the Qi10. Shockingly, like I said, not good at all for me today. I game in LS. It's a double Masters champion. It's such a good club, but not the one I liked. Shockingly, it's not going to end up in how did they win with this, because I know just how good it is, and it won back-to-back Masters, so you really can't deny this fact. But I'll say that it's definitely in the not for me. I said I tried different shafts to see if I could actually make it work. Couldn't make it work, so yeah, just not for me at all. And last but not least, we have perhaps the black sheep of the group. It's the Srixon ZX5. It was used by Hideki in 2021. Iconic Masters, not an iconic driver at all, as I said earlier. Really felt weird to me. Never felt my comfort with it, which really bugged me because I love Srixon drivers. I love Srixon clubs. I think they're really terrific usually, but this one I just didn't like at all. Unfortunately, I didn't have any other Srixon drivers on hand to try different shafts with it. I was able to work with the stock one that we had on hand in stock. But I'd say that it was really a struggle to not only get some distance, but find comfort, be accurate, consistency. I was all over the place with it, and I really get why Hideki striped so many pieces of lead tape under his model when he was at the Masters. So overall, I'd say that we have found our driver for the last year, and I have to ask, how did Hideki Matsuyama win the 2019 Masters with this driver? I really have no answer for that. It baffles me. So that wraps it up for today's list. Thank you guys for making it till the end and sticking around. We really appreciate making those videos, and this little variation from our usual format was a fun exercise. So if you want to see more of those tier list rankings, make sure to let us know down in the comments, and we'll be happy to do more of those for you. Of course, this was a special edition for the Masters, but if you'd like to see us do it for more events or more special occasion, again, let us know down in the comments, and we'll be more than happy to tackle those for you. And as always, make sure to leave a like on this video if you enjoyed today's content. Don't forget to subscribe to Golf Avenue's channel for even more videos featuring some of your favorite clubs from back in the day. And as always, for Golf Avenue, I've been Lou. Until next time.